so I can pull this up on my iPad. I hope everyone is doing well this Friday and everyone has a really nice restful weekend coming up. Let's see. Members, don't forget, we have a class after this. And anyone that's interested in being a member, it is on, it's for all level of tarot readers. It's using your body's intelligences to read tarot. So using your head, your heart, and your gut. And plus I got a few, pointers for you and, oh, I can hear Annie out there. So let's see, and just make sure too that, you're letting me know that you can hear and see me okay. So welcome, Diana, Donna, Nancy, Catherine, Palma, June, Jillian, Kim. Welcome, welcome, Robin. Okay. Great. Thank you, Elflowers. I'm glad you can hear and see me well. Beautiful day here in Salem. Gorgeous. The sun is out. It's warming up. Spring has sprung. Let me just move my water glass. I love this crystal. I believe it's angel light. I've been starting to collect angel light, actually. No, wait, no, this one isn't angel light. I'll have to bring out my angel light collection for you one of these days. I've been collecting that and uranium glass. You know how you can take uranium glass and put the black light in there, and so we're setting that up. Thank you. And it's really good to be with all of you. I'm fine. I'm feeling well. I've just been insanely busy. I'm working on a lot of different projects and whatnot. So, but fortunately I am healthy again. Annie is healthy again. I'm getting caught up on all the readings, for when I was sick and in and out of the hospital, and Annie was in and out of the hospital. Thank you, Patricia. Yes, Annie's doing well. Robin, I did not know that Lady G is in surgery. So yes, let's just send her all the, best energies that we can, for sure. Oh, hello, Zen, Amanda. Oh, thank you, Pama. Yeah, it's fun, isn't it? Like, I like, me, I like sparkles. I like sparkles. So I did get some of your questions. I really thought at some point, we would run out of things to talk about. And, when it comes to politics and 45 and all that, but, oh, I'm sorry. But so far, it just keeps going. Yes, I love my hearts. Just most of the stuff that you see that I get behind me, like whatever I have behind me in videos, it really just comes from Amazon. Because most of the stuff you can't get in stores easily. Right? Yes, it's fancy. It's fancy. Yeah, I don't know if it's just, yeah, it's a long black top. And I got it in different colors too. I'll have to wear, I got a nice blue one that I'll have to wear on a different date. Hello, Sue and June. Yeah, let's see, June, if next year we can drop the politics, right? Lord. And some of your questions actually are about that. So I get it, But remember, I did tell you there was going to be a point where we're just going to see 45 all the time on TV with all these trials. I mean, he has over 40 charges. I mean, there's just so many. I started writing them down. I was getting a writer's cramp. So we still have that Fulton County case where he violated Georgia's RICO Act, which we are going to look at. Plus he has the Jan 6 stuff. And then, this whole thing with Stormy Daniels. And apparently, and I was getting this too, I think I've mentioned this in the past, Melania is just done with him. She has been publicly humiliated. She does not need this in her life. She's just, yeah, she is ready to move on for sure. Okay. Oh, hello, Dave. Welcome. I do laugh a lot. That's the thing. I don't take life overly seriously. I really do believe in what Ra says, in the Law of One teachings, that this is a game. And, like, this is just my avatar. I knew when I was little, this is not what I looked like. I could remember what I looked like. Like, I think I told you guys, like, I remember looking at my hands when I was little, being like, why aren't I blue? Being really confused. And, looking at myself in pictures as a child, it was very confusing because I was like, I know I don't look like this. And I remember one time I had asked my parents if we could take pictures of me that looked like me. Because I always felt like this isn't what I look like. So like I try not to, even with my looks, I try not to take it overly seriously. Because it's just not real. So yes, Elflower, I saw some man put himself in fire for 45 in New York. What does that prove? I mean, that is just bizarre. But what's equally bizarre is, I believe it was Monday, 45 falling asleep in court. I mean, I saw the clip. I mean, he certainly looked asleep. You'd think he'd want to be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed for what he's up against, and here's the thing, what I was telling you all along, you guys got to see play out in real time, that he did not have the money that he said he had, and that he had to get a loan, to pay his fees there, from a very sketchy company. I remember on, I don't know if you guys saw on Fox News, Eric Trump was saying, every place that they went to try to get a loan, they were being laughed at in their faces. And that's his words, not mine. So he is a con man, Gloria. Yeah, Ruth Ann, the man is not well. Yes, Barb, please, if you have not already, one of the things that you can do to help me is hit the thumbs up, hit the like button, share, subscribe, check out membership. Some people are still confused how to join membership. You just hit the membership button and join. And then to watch the videos, you just click the link like you did with this. It's not hard. And then I have like these wonderful playlists with, I think almost at this point, 24 classes that you can just take on demand, from like meeting your spirit guides, learning how to meditate, open your chakras, work with the angels, animal communication, automatic writing, on and on it goes. So that's the thing. And I will be honest, I have never seen another YouTuber put out the content for a membership that I do, especially for the price that I do. So yeah, I'm sure Hogarth said the same thing, right? Because I find Hogarth to be really accurate too. So yeah, we actually got to see it play out in real time. He does not have the cash that he says that he has. So I'm going to answer the questions that you guys had written for me. Diana, yes, great playlist, right? Because I'm so organized. Plus all of the channeling stuff, all the raw channelings. And then, a couple of weeks ago, I channeled the Galactic Confederation, to give you like some more understandings and meanings and insight into what is really going on. Yeah, I'll be honest, Elflower, I am concerned a bit for the jurors. I'm not going to lie. His followers are scary, So here we go. So Diana asked and I didn't even know this actually. On April 5th, Bernie Sanders' office building was attacked by an arsonist. That's really horrible. And her question was, is this like the new norm, or is it going to calm down after 45 makes his exit? So let's see. I mean, we're always going to have some extremists, right? Because we have all throughout history. So I don't know if they're all going to go away, because that's never been the case. Thank you, Michelle. Okay. Well, the cards are actually extremely positive. And for those of you that know the tarot, there's only 22 major arcana cards, and I just got 4 of them. So, first card is, the Magician's about a new beginning and having like a better reality. So that gives me a lot of hope that things will calm down. The Obstacle, the Judgment card, I am going to take that at face value and say some people will always make poor judgments. I think that's just the nature of things. One of my cards for the US, the Empress. And so, not just is she a card of like abundance and good things and being like motherly and nurturing and loving, it's also a positive card. It's a yes card. It's, things are getting better. And we will move forward, the Chariot, victoriously and triumphantly as a country. And so, yeah, things are going to get better for sure. Okay. But like I said, there's still got to be people that make some bad judgments, make poor choices. We've always had extremists since the beginning of time. Like that man that just set himself on fire. I mean, I really don't know what that proves. Oh, you're welcome, Diana. I thought that was a great question. Well, yeah, Michelle says, or maybe the judgment will be against 45. But I was looking more at, like, are people going to calm down? But he's not winning these cases. He just isn't, And like I've said before too, if he manages to win one case, there's so many others. Like, there is no wiggle room anymore. It's like the chickens are coming home to roost, and that is that. I'm just reading your comments. Okay, so next question. When 45 does exit, will his followers regain balance, or is there going to be someone else that comes in to fill the void? Let's take a look at that. And thank you for all the nice comments, everybody. I have some very long-term members. I really do. I really do try to put out a lot of content for my members. Thank you, Kenya. Okay, so what happens when 45 does finally make his grand or maybe pathetic exit? Interesting. All right, so I pulled 4 cards, as you see. There will be another person. But what I'm getting intuitively is it's going to be short term, because first of all, we are, as a planet, heading in the right direction. We're heading towards lower density. Things are going to get better. They're going to get brighter. But we always have our extremists, whether it's a politician, like Adolf. I know the algorithm will not like me saying his last name. you know, Vlad, 45, you know, like we always have these people that they seem to have like that Napoleon complex, right? They think that they're so amazing. Not a bad movie, by the way. I did watch that new movie, Napoleon, with Joaquin Phoenix, and that wasn't that was a pretty good movie. So yeah, there is going to be someone else that comes in. Here's the Knight of Cups. Here he is. He's coming in. And the obstacle, King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles is all about being grounded and realistic, practical, down to earth. So this person's going to be, you know, a little touched. They are going to act foolish. Here is the Fool. I'm going to take it at face value. And this is going to be somebody that would be able to like rile people up, you know, because the King of Wands is, you know, out of the 4 kings, he's the one that's really like passionate and excitable, enthusiastic, you know. And actually, like I've said before too, when 45 is at his best, he does come up as this. When he's actually, you know, kind of doing the right thing here and there, he actually does come up like this because, you know, he's made it this far in life, I guess, right? How is Trump's energy, say la vie? Now he's afraid of conviction, or is he not worried? Oh no, he is worried. You know what? I'll pull a few cards, but that man is stressed. I actually think that's probably why he fell asleep. I think he took something to relax him. You know, because New York has that policy that he does have to be there, right? He can't just let all this stuff unfold while he's sitting in Mar-a-Lago. He actually has to be there. And I think it's really stressing him out. And I'm assuming his lawyers said, you know, let's give you a little something to take you down a notch, because if he starts having outbursts, it's not going to be good. It is not going to be good. Okay, so let's see. So looking at 45's energy, and for those of you that wonder why I say 45, it's merely because the algorithm. I have no problem actually saying his name. No, he is not looking well. But if you remember, I have been predicting now that he is going to be having like a major health crisis. This is too hard for him because, you know, he's never had to face consequences his whole life like the rest of us. He's always wiggled and wormed his way out of things. Oh, thank you, Letitia. I missed all of you too. And I'm going to try to do this much more regularly. So here he is waiting for his ship to come in. And I know that's like a confusing meaning for this card because they made the water yellow, but he's actually overlooking the water. And if you look closely, there are ships. So he is waiting like for his ship to come in. He's waiting for things to get better. His obstacle, things are not moving forward the way he wants them to. Okay, the Chariot. You know, he's somebody that's always been able to move forward, you know, like victoriously, triumphantly, as a winner, however you define that. But I'm sure in his eyes, I mean, I know in his eyes, he thinks, you know, he's always been a winner. So this is not progressing the way that, you know, he wanted it to. Once again, he's, you know, 2 of Wands. He's trying to figure out, like, what in the heck am I supposed to do? You know, where do I go? What do I do? How do I handle this? And I'm just going to pull a couple of clarifiers on him. Some of you have asked, this is simply called the Gold Foil Rider-Waite deck. Hello, Roberta, Zephyr, Laura, welcome. Oh, interesting. So we do get the card for the US. That's quite literally how I'm going to take it. He is Knight of Pentacles. going to be losing like all of his money, his, possessions, all that stuff. And then you get this card, the Nine of Swords, that talks about stress, worry, anxiety, sleepless nights, so he is not in a good way. His mind actually is active with negative thoughts. I wouldn't want to be him, but like I've said before, you can't really feel too badly for him because he did it to himself. Every time that he could have made the right decision, he chose not to. Because I try to have sympathy for people, but it's like every time he gets the chance to do the right thing, like simply just keeping his mouth closed. If he actually just kept his mouth closed, I think he actually could have even gotten reelected. If he just stayed off of social media, but it's like he is his own worst enemy, and I understand that, those of you that follow him, that care about him, he's done this to himself. He doesn't like, nobody's doing this to him. I know he keeps saying that people are like setting him up and framing him, but I mean, really, case after case after case after person after, this charge, that charge. I mean, and he has serious charges here. I mean, like I said, I started to write them down, but I was like, oh, this is just too much. Conspiracy and fraud and, like real serious stuff here. Oh, Audrey, the Radiant Rider weight deck is actually different. What did I do with my last? Actually, I probably have it somewhere. The Radiant Rider looks just like this, but it's a little bit brighter. It's not foil. I also have a silver foil, and there is another one. There's one, I think it's called something Illumination, where you can like kind of move the cards a little bit. And it's like they move. It's neat. It's neat. There's so many. Hello, Cosmic. Okay, so okay. Let me see. So what was, okay. So somebody asked me, will Israel strike Iran again? I mean, that's just a whole horrible situation. Like that is just so not necessary. I mean, them going back and forth like that. Leslie, yes, I will go back to doing a pick a pile, but you know what it is? They take a long time to make. And I just haven't had the, well, before I wasn't feeling good, but, it does take time. So yeah. Ruth Ann, it's like a bad B movie. It is indeed. Okay. I'm going to lay these down first. I'll tell you what they are. 10 of Pentacles, Obstacle to World. Okay, well, I was kind of hoping not, but the cards aren't too positive here, are they? So unfortunately, it seems kind of funny when it comes to, like, say, feeding and housing people, we never have enough money. But when it comes to like dropping bombs, and I don't care like what country it is, it's amazing how when, you want to retaliate and all this other stuff, money always seems to be abundant for war, right? This is 10 of Pentacles. The Obstacle the World card, there's going to be a point where the world is going to stop, I think, backing Israel quite so much with some of this stuff. There is going to be a point. And I do think Biden needs to be careful because, if you've seen all those polls where they've talked to younger people, the younger Democrats, they're not siding with Biden and Israel. And so that is going to play out in the election too. So I do think, just in terms of political success, I think Biden, as we get closer to the election, he's going to have to take a bit of a step back with that. I think it'd be really dangerous for him not to. And then the outcome cards are pretty obvious here. You get the 10 of wands here, the 10 of wands with the devil. And so, yeah, that's like, the devil can definitely be like a war card and that sort of thing. Feeling burdened and oppressed with such a heavy energy. And so, yeah, I don't think they're done, but at the same time, these folks have all been fighting now for millennia. Something has got to give. So let's see. I see some of you guys putting down some questions, so that's great. Let's take a look. Laura, that's a great question. What is going on with DeJoy and the Postal Service? We have not looked at DeJoy in a long time. How he managed to keep his job and still be there is just beyond me. He is another one, though, when I go into his energy, like he knows something's coming, something's up. Because I get like all kinds of stress and worry, and not a good thing. Okay. Oh, yeah. So he's feeling, here's the 8 of Swords, really like restricted and tied down, and like he can't do what he wants to do. And yeah, so he is not happy. Oh, Leslie, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Oh, and I should say, for anybody that wants a reading, I am back to doing readings again because I did take some time off. Go to my website, dianaquarius.com, okay? And never fall for the scammers that, approach you in the comments and no. Oh, a sticker from my Annie. I'll show it to her later. So there's decisions being made about him. Okay. All right, so there's some decisions. So you know what? Maybe, Laura, you asked that question because intuitively, like you're feeling something's about to happen. So I would not be surprised. Knight of Wands, the card of change. Things are changing for him. One where he's going to have legal battles. Page of Swords. And Ace of Swords, the truth is coming out about him. So there's more that we're going to be finding out. Okay, let's see. I see more questions. Oh gosh, yeah, Helen, I forgot all about that. Will Americans who bought Iraqi dinars years ago see any financial benefits? Yes, and then I'll take a look at Haiti too. A good one to always ask questions about Haiti is Milu, because that's where he's from, and he really can tell you all about like the politics and everything that's going on, and he still has family over there. Okay, let's see. No, so yeah, if you're one of those people that bought those Iraqi dinars, so you get the Hierophant crossed with the Page of Cups, right? So the Hierophant, the governments, the powers that be, that kind of thing, is being crossed with somebody bearing some negative news, okay? This is pretty self-explanatory for the outcome. The people that bought them are not going to like anything that is coming their way with this, and it leads to 3 of Swords, brokenheartedness. So, yeah. Laura, I agree that the solar eclipse is bringing us towards fourth density. Yes, the darkness leaving and the light coming in. Absolutely. Yeah, Robert, and Milu goes daily. Every day but Sunday. He only takes Sundays off. You know, that's dedicated. And then on Mondays and Saturdays, he goes on twice. Let me see. I did see more. Okay, so, oh yeah, Haiti. Let's do Haiti. I get talking and then I forget what I was going to read on. Okay. So things are kind of, you know, tough right now for Haiti. So they get Four of Pentacles. You know, like they're trying to pinch every penny, hold on to what they've got, you know, hold on to their money, try to have good health in the middle of everything that, you know, they've been going through. The obstacle, Knight of Cups. You know, usually I always say, you know, the Knight of Cups is good. The cup is upright. It's full of like love and opportunities, but it's in the obstacle position. So they're not getting those things. And once again, look at the outcome cards. They're kind of self-explanatory. Seven of Wands, Five of Swords. So here they are fighting all by themselves, you know, like really struggling, not getting the help that they need. And it's just like it's a ruthless battle over there. You know, I mean, sometimes it's almost like a literal battle, right? Like, you know, they do have violence, but also too, like, I really feel like it's a battle to survive. You know, that's really hard. Once again, if you haven't already, please hit the like button, subscribe, comment, check out membership. Members, don't forget, we have something right after this. So, okay, let's see. I know I saw more questions. I'm just looking. I know I missed some questions. So if I missed a question, can you put it back up? I see one here. How will the MAGA world react to right-wing media after 45? All right, so let's see. Oh, interesting. Now you guys know that I don't do reversals, but I actually got a reversal. So the first card is actually the Death card in reverse. So when it's upright, the Death card's actually usually pretty good, right? It's transitions and transformations. There's 5 petals here. 5 is for change. So it's actually like a good thing. But people, and I think, you know, some of these news channels, one in particular, Fox, you know, they're not going to be transitioning and transforming the way they should be. And their issue is going to be not like new opportunities coming. So I think some of these, particularly Fox, they're going to have a hard time because I really feel like 45 carried them for so long. And who do they have to replace him with, right? And, and I think some of his followers are going to fall to the wayside. I mean, those, like I said before, they'll always be extremists, but I think some of them are going to fall to the wayside. And it's sort of like a new leader emerges, interestingly enough. Um, Interesting. Yeah, and I've gotten this before, if you remember, that I don't see like Fox News lasting forever. I actually see them eventually becoming something very different. And I wonder if that's them sort of like reforming themselves, and then the Sun here having like a new beginning. So I think I might be right on that one, that they are going to be changing. Rose asks, will the judge remove reporters from hallway? Stops 45's word salad in that spot. Oh my goodness. So I had a MAGA hat email me, because I said in a previous video that 45, I'm a dementia practitioner, and he oftentimes does what we call word salad. I didn't get into it. I have before. I mean, his specific word salad, you can tell he has frontotemporal issues, probably that type of dementia, because he does those weird rhyming things. The tippity toppity, bing, bang, bong, boom. Like somebody actually put like all of it together so you can hear it. But yeah, they sent me the nastiest email saying, you know what, I have a family member that has Alzheimer's, and that's not what a word salad is. And it's like, well, I can tell you there's different types of word salads. Yes, Leslie, he makes up words. He does. He does. Let's see. Okay, so Roberta, so like what happens with Jared? I don't think I can read Jared and Ivanka together for some reason. I really feel like they're going their own separate ways. And then I'll take one more question, because then I need to get ready for members class tonight. You guys, anybody can join, just hit the membership button, and it's for all levels of membership. Okay, so this will be, yeah, this is, okay, this is actually what I've gotten for him in the past. So with Jared, I actually do feel like there is a really good chance he's leaving the country. Wouldn't be surprised if he does go back to Israel. He probably doesn't want to go back right at this moment with everything that's going on. But, here he is, Two of Wands, holding the earth in his hands, like, where do I go? Obstacle. He's going to try to get away with all of this, right? Because he is going to be, when everything is said and done, his name is going to come up in these trials, and he's going to be held accountable. Okay, so he's going to try to, get out of it. He's going to try to flee. Look at that. Look at the characters' backs, right? Because when you read tarot, you always look at the position of the character. So their backs are turned to us. They're leaving, they're going in both of these. In this one, he's going to smoother waters. And this one, it's like with a little bit of sense of sadness even. But once again, that was, for those of you that are listening, it's 6 of Swords and 8 of Cups. So I will take a look at Ivanka. Oh, jumpy, jumpy. Yeah, see, this is exactly what I'm getting. Okay. So we know it has something to do with, when I go into Ivanka's energy here, it has something to do with like her marriage and all that. And the obstacle is she's not going to be able to leave. I really feel like she's going to be choosing her children over anything. She is not going to like any of the choices, Four of Cups, that is in front of her, but she is going to have to do something because she's also going to be held accountable. And she's going to be held accountable, you know, in the courtroom. Here's the Judgment card. And she has made poor judgments, right? You know, in trying to be daddy's little girl, things haven't worked out for her, have they? Let's see. Yep, I already read on Haiti. Oh, c'est la vie. Thank you for leveling up in membership. So Earth Mama, okay, is it rest in peace for the GOP or hello MAGA, or will it go back to being the GOP? So one thing is, you guys know I kind of specialize in reading 20 years out. That's actually what I've done work, you know, with the government and stuff, and that's what I specialize in. And so one thing that I keep seeing is we're not really going to have a two-party system anymore. People are going to be running more as individuals. And I'm almost wondering if like the higher purpose, if there is one, for 45 was to actually destroy the GOP, which I think he's effectively done. And you can't just have Democrats, right? So like, yeah, I think in time, you know, 20 years out, I think it's actually going to look quite different. Nava, you asked how soon will he be diagnosed? You know what? Interesting. Because remember, one of the things that I said that he would try to do is use the dementia defense. Because if you put somebody like me up on the stand, I will have to tell the truth and say people with dementia typically get it 10 years before they display any real symptoms. It's just kind of sitting there dormant. They're getting a little forgetful here and there, maybe not always making the best decisions, but it's really not that noticeable at that point. So I've always said that will be like one of the ways he could try to get out of all this. And no, 45 will never admit he's got problems. I so agree. Hi, Marby. All right, everybody. Well, it was a pleasure. I'm so glad that we got to do this. Like I said before, have a beautiful weekend. If you didn't like, subscribe, comment, share, check out membership, all that good stuff. Check out my website if you want a reading, dianaquarius.com. I am back to doing readings now that I'm feeling well again. So, okay, everybody, have a beautiful Friday night. Bye.